Hey everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos, and don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up. I am really excited because I have a new machine. You can probably see it right back here. I got an embroidery machine and I can't wait to show you. We're going to hop into unboxing my new embroidery machine, but stay till to the end because I am going to be sharing some of the advice I found and some of the tips that I found while I was trying to decide what machine to get. I'll also show you some of the mistakes that I made when I was doing my first attempt at stitching on my machine. This is super exciting for me. I can't wait to kind of get this started, but I thought I would share with you the freebies that came with the machine before I get into what comes with the machine. So when I ordered, there was freebies, like a little freebie set that had like the medium cutaway stabilizer. We had the medium tearaway stabilizer and a wash and a sew and wash. So these are all have different purposes. Also with that came the a set of thread, so you do have to have a little bit of a different weight thread. Before I ordered my machine, I looked to see what size weight it is. It's either a 40 or 60 weight thread, and then it also came with white thread. So if you want to do bobbins, but you can buy pre-wound bobbins. Also free with the machine is a mat. So this was a part of the sale they were doing that had this big sewing mat. It's by Sewing Machines Plus. It's their mat that can go underneath the machine. And there was also a 5x7 sticky hoop that has not arrived yet. I'm waiting on that, along with a magnetic hoop. So those should be coming soon. That was the freebies. I don't think I missed anything on the freebies. So we have the machine, we have the arm on the machine. We have two hoops that came with it. The reason why I went with this particular machine, there are other versions of this, but this one has a 6x10 size hoop, and then you can go down from there. So 6x10 is the largest it can do, and then you can go down from there, which that was the reason why I got this one, because everything I read when you were starting off embroidery was to look for the best one for you that would also give you the biggest size hoop. So this was the best one for me and gave me a bigger size hoop. And I see myself using the 5x7s and even smaller a little bit more, but I wanted to make sure I had an option for the larger size hoop. And then of course we have all of our little accessories. It's probably going to have the foot in here, this little pair of scissors. We've got bobbins and needles and so on. So that is all inside there. And then we have a little something, let's see. This might be a dust cover. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Yes, it came with a dust cover, so I can cover the top of the machine if I want to. We're gonna set that aside. I'm gonna move the hoops. And we also have our handy dandy instruction book, which I'm sure I'm going to need to refer to it quite often. So we might as well just get that right out of the package. And like I said, before I ordered it, I did go in and download the manual just to kind of get a sense of what to expect. The machine comes with built-in embroidery designs, and I believe, yes, there's a nice little guide that shows you all the different designs. Wow, there's a lot of them. Ooh. Okay, this might be a great way to get started. There's even some Christmas designs in here, and it goes through the different patterns that are in the machine. And then we have our instruction book, which I'm sure I'm going to be looking at quite often. And then just some promotional materials. Let's go ahead and get all the plastic off of our machine here so we can see it without all the glare. That was way easier to put together than I thought it would be. There is, to slide this on, there's a little door that you have to open up. So I just open that up, and let's turn my machine on. So I don't know about you guys, but I love to name things, and I don't know. I think my embroidery machine here needs a name. So leave a comment below. Love to know what you guys think we should call our embroidery machine here. So it's a 6 1/4 by 10 1/4 embroidery field is what you get with the largest size hoop that comes with this. And let's see. So up at the top here should be where we put our thread. So we have our thread goes in here. If you're familiar at all with a sewing machine, you know everything's numbered and it'll tell you what direction and stuff to go in. And let's go with the quick reference guide here and see what we need to do. We're going to select, so just had to tap the screen to get this to start setting up. So it's already set on English, so I'm going to click OK. It says the carriage of the embroidery unit will move. Keep your hands, etc. away from the carriage. Okay. Now I can set this up if I wanted to do it via Wi-Fi, but I did buy myself a USB drive so that I can transfer images and designs that I purchase off of other sites, so that I could just transfer it onto the machine that way. There are a lot of different designs that are available on the machine, and that's probably what I'm going to start with first. But we do have some images, we have some fonts and stuff, and then we have some basic shapes. So we're going to look at the circles, and you can see all the different types of circles. It's really cute. So you can even do, if you did a font, there's a different types of fonts, and then you can even put like a circle around it maybe. There's even some decorative fonts. These are really pretty. And then we'll look at the florals. Those are really cute. Oh, there's even some seasonal. So there's some Thanksgiving and Halloween. Some Christmas, a nice heart for Valentine's Day. There's Christmas. So lots of great options here. Super cute. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to put the bobbin in. There are different types of machines. There's multi-needle, single needle, free arm, all different types of embroidery machines. And I found that when I was doing my research, the best tip that I got was that if you're looking to get an embroidery machine, to buy one in your budget with the largest hoop. So I bought the flare, which was in my budget, and the largest hoop is 6 by 10 because I can't go higher than 6 by 10. I can buy hoops that are smaller, so 5 by 7, 4 by 4. So that's the best tip, is in your price range, get the machine that you want and the one that has the best size hoops. So that was helpful because 6 by 10 is a pretty good size. I do believe there's ones that go even a little higher than that, but 5 by 7 is a lot of mostly the sizes that I've been seeing that are in my price range. This particular machine had the sale, so that was very helpful. There's a lot to learn with the embroidery machine. So what supplies do I need to get started? How do I get designs other than what's on my machine? Do I need software for those designs? How do I get those designs from my machine or from my computer to my machine? What type of thread do I need? What's the weight of the thread that I need? Should I use pre-wound bobbins or wind my own bobbins? There's tons of different stabilizers. What kind of stabilizer do you use, and when do you use it for what projects? There's so much. And I found a YouTube channel. Her name is, I believe the channel is called Valley Lou. I will link it down below. Great information. Talked about thread, talked about stabilizer, talked about everything I kind of needed to know for when my machine arrived. So I was looking at all of that before I even got my machine. Another thing that I found extremely helpful is joining Facebook groups. My very first one that I joined was a embroidery machines for beginners, and that's a great group. And it's so great just to go on there and see what other people are doing and what other problems they're having, and you kind of know what to expect in advance. After I decided I was going to get a baby lock machine, I also joined the baby lock machine Facebook group. They also have sewing machines and embroidery machines, so there's two different types of machines in this one group. But I could search baby lock flare and I would find any information I needed. Like I said, the YouTube channel that I found was so helpful, and there's so many other videos, but there's great project videos out there as well. You'll find tons of stuff for machine embroidery. I decided to go with the baby lock flare for a couple of reasons. First, it was the 6x10. It was in my price range. They were, the sale was in my price range, plus the promotional items, so I was able to get the stabilizer, the thread, there's a mat with it too, so I was able to get, and I believe there's an extra hoop that is on its way, and I'll explain that in a second. But I decided to go with that, but plus I heard good things about Sewing Machines Plus, and I'll tell you why, because their customer service is fantastic. I had getting a free hoop with my machine, and I also purchased a hoop, and they were sent and said to be delivered the 2 days before I actually got my machine, but I didn't get them. They weren't delivered to my house. So I contacted Sewing Machine Plus. They contacted the manufacturer, which is where the hoops were coming from, and then they got back to me and gave me an update, and they were still working at that point with the manufacturer. Then they called and left a voicemail to let me know that they had gone ahead and were able to get me new ones shipped. Then they emailed me with that information. They called me the next day to let me know that the tracking is done, and I was receiving an email with the tracking information. They were fantastic. I was so impressed with their customer service. So that was another reason, because I heard good things about their customer service, but that was another reason that I really liked the baby lock flare, because the company is fantastic. They offered, if you need help, just call us. If you need, if you get stuck on anything, they're just wonderful. I can't keep going on about them. Another reason that I bought the machine was because of the 6x10 hoop, which I think I already said, the sale, and I heard great reviews. So it was definitely a no-brainer for me. So before I end today's video, I thought I would just show you my mistakes. And I'll tell you, the Facebook group, joining the Embroidery Machines for Beginners Facebook group was definitely the best thing to do, because one of the mistakes I had was something I knew I had seen in the Facebook group, and I just had to quickly do a search and I found it, and it was, so helpful, and I knew immediately. I was like, oh, you're a ding dong. So I figured it out. So this is my very first project. Now this one, two things. First, I was too tight with doing the hooping. So it's puckering up here because it was just too tight, and I pulled the fabric too tight, and it was, so when I took it out of the hoop, you end up with some puckering. This middle one, and hopefully you can see the middle one, is done with my bobbin in the wrong way. It was threaded the wrong way, and that's what caused the back thread to come to the front. Once I looked at the Facebook group, because I knew I had seen that, and went into the Facebook group and I found that, I redid it, and then I ran into a problem when I did my second one. So my second one was that I was using the wrong cap for my type of thread for holding the thread onto the spool, and it came off and started to wind up around the little, in between the thread and the cap, and it got locked up. So that top part of the C, it was coming up great, and I got to the top part of the C, and that's where I ran into the problem. And then this top one, perfect. So it was really easy. And this is just lettering that's available in the machine. There's tons of designs in the machine. So once I did that, I did another practice one. I'm just grabbing a sheet of paper here so you don't have any shadows behind it. And I did another one. So this is again lettering from the machine, and I just typed out my husband's name. And the only issue I had here, because I thought I was going to try to do each letter in different colors, and then I thought, no, let's just stick to just doing it once. And I hit to do multiple colors, or there was a function on there where I could change each letter into a different color if I wanted to. And I'd hit that and then change my mind. So in between each letter, it stopped and I had to restart because it was thinking I wanted to change the color. But for a first attempt doing this, and kind of only coming up with 3 mistakes, that was the or 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes if you want to include the fabric, the bobbin being in wrong, and then not using the right cap. I'm impressed with myself because new machines like that I usually have struggle a lot with. So that is my new embroidery machine. I hope to be coming back really soon once I learn more, and I want to start doing some projects with using designs. If any of you are people that are do embroidery machines or have embroidery machines and have any advice for me, leave it in the comments down below because I'm gonna need it. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.